Hi everybody. So today we're going to have a look at how you would simulate online the taxes to import a car into Portugal, and you can do this via the finance portal. So if you just go online and do a search first for finance portal or sign in as you normally would, finance portal, I've got it on my system. I wouldn't, for me, I don't translate it, but you can do if you like. It's entirely up to yourself. Now this here for the finance portal, you do have to have an open account in the finance portal for Portugal. So if you haven't already got an account there, you need to go to the portal-finances.gov.pt and create yourself an account within that system. But I'm guessing if you were thinking about importing a car, you would probably already have that sorted. Okay, so for me, I'm just trying to make it as simple as we possibly can. And now this is for the simulation for the taxes it would cost you to import the car through the customs system. And it is generally fairly accurate. So I'll just go start a session. I'll do it usually with my NIF, authenticate on that system, and I would make it nice and easy. Now it doesn't really matter where you are within the finance portal. If you'd go to do a search, and you may be able to see I've already typed one in there, just simulate ISV, or I think it even works with just typing in ISV and press return, and as you see it comes up with results. You can access this. It is for the ISV, and that's the tax for the vehicle. Access that and click that. Now it'll bring you through to the next page. It's fairly self-explanatory if you just give it a go, and remember, you're not tying yourself into anything here, you're just simulating the numbers. So let's do it as an example. Pays a matricular, so we click on there. Now it's either going to be from the European Union or another country. So let's do for European Union, because to be honest with you, if you're doing it from another country, unless it's a valued vehicle for you and you really need to keep hold of it, it is going to cost you a lot of money. So for now, we're just going to do the European Union. Type of vehicle, Ligeiro passengers, means basically it's a passenger vehicle. You will know this information. You need to get this information obviously put an example in of the car you want to buy or you own. And we'll do it's a used vehicle. We'll put the date as, let's see, clicking on that option, I'm going to take it back to, let's say, 2010, equivalent of today's date. Cylinders, if you keep it below 2000 cc, if you own a vehicle or if you buy one, it will make it cheaper for you. So we'll put 1400 cc. What else do we need? Type of combustible, it's let's say a petrol, gasolina. And type of test, it will be as far as I'm aware now, this one, the NEDC, is more like the used vehicles European standard, which is this one here. The other one is, if you tried that one instead, I think unless you put a new vehicle in, it won't work. So for now, we're just going to put that one in, and you can try it anyway and see if it works. But this is what I use all the time, and I've done 3 vehicles so far. If you do know the CO2 emissions, they're written down somewhere, either on your one of the test sheets or homologation sheet. I'll put 130 for now in that one. and you can calculate, it's an estimated tax bill basically for the customs. And there you go. So now, when you look at this, let me scroll it down a bit. All the details you put in, so it'll give you information on what it's going to charge you, but at the end of the day it also takes some back off again, and it ends you up with, when you've got a bill of on this one 517.59, 517.59, which isn't so bad. Okay, now then, let me just try something else very quickly, as this just is to give you an example. If we change this to a new vehicle, of course, it will take that off the date because it's a new vehicle. And let's try and calculate ISV again. And look at the price. Look at this. €2,500. Now, I don't know the difference, but it might save you money if you're buying a new one compared to in Portugal. But for me, I think if I was buying a vehicle, a new one especially, I would just be buying it in Portugal. But that's my thoughts. So, I think that's fairly clear. Thank you very much for watching. Ciao.